Hey, what's going on, guys? It's MaxMax24, and it's Tuesday, which means it's time for another Tuesday Talk. Before we get into that, please always do remember to drop a like, comment, subscribe, tell your friends, and all that fun stuff us YouTubers tell you guys to do. And with that, let's talk about this week's topic. So this week, we're going to do something a little bit different. As you know, E3 was like 2 weeks ago by this point, and, I made a prediction video talking about what I thought was going to happen, all the things that I believed were going to be announced. So what we're going to do today on this Tuesday is we're going to watch that, and then I am going to talk about if I was right or wrong. So without further ado, let's get into that. Alright, so here we go. We got the E3 2019 predictions video up, and we're going to watch it. I'm going to skip through a little bit because, it's 19 minutes long. We're not going to sit here for 19 minutes. But I'm going to skip through, get the big ones, skip all my rambling and stuff, and just tell you, I'm going to pause it at points that I was right, wrong, just sort of say what actually happened at E3. Will serve as a nice little recap of what happened at E3, as well as me critiquing myself, everyone's favorite thing to do. So let's begin.
Okay,
I need to shut up. There we go.
They don't go to E3 anymore. They have a free event.
It was a nice, fun event.
In another part of LA. EA Play. I'll be going to that.
Mm-hmm.
But they're also doing not their usual press conference thing. They're gonna have live streams throughout. And one game that they're missing out on in the live streams is they're not showing any Anthem.
Which, they did show off Anthem eventually. They talked about the Cataclysm update and thing. They didn't really show it off too much. It was there at EA Play. They had a giant booth for it. There was a line for it. But it wasn't a forefront. It wasn't a focus of EA Play. But it was there. They just didn't really spend a lot of time focusing on it.
So, kick off right away with Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. I'm assuming most of their time spent is going to be promoting that game because they have to show Star Wars fans that they do care.
Yes, that is what they did. They spent most of their time talking about Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, showing it off, showing us what it's going to be like. That was the big bulk of the time. They kicked right off. We got to see so much gameplay. There was a long line at EA Play itself. There was a big booth dedicated to Jedi Fallen Order, and that was the big focus of EA Play. Even though it was in the back for some reason, it was pushed all the way in the back, so I didn't understand that one. But it was a really big focus.
Because they had been failing with Battlefront 2.
And yes, they had been failing with Battlefront. They didn't really talk about Battlefront 2 at all, though. It wasn't even there.
Except for the 2 Battlefront games, and they've been lackluster at best. And,
Alright.
It's probably going to be the majority of some new maps.
Alright.
Playing Battlefield stuff. They're probably also going to show off some Battlefield 5 new...
That they did. They did show off Battlefield 5. They talked about the new Theater of War maps and stuff, Pacific Island Theater and stuff. That was the big focus of Battlefield 5. I didn't check out Battlefield 5 at EA Play itself, but it was there. I just didn't, want to go check it out. So, I was right there too. I'm just
content, new
I'm doing great so far.
Battlefield 5, some new maps.
Yep, new maps.
New story,
yep.
something. Some probably war
I don't know if there was any war
like
stories. I really didn't.
They're also
I don't
probably
know
going to show up Apex Legends Season 2,
Apex Legends Season 2 was another big focus. They had a live stream right after Jedi Fallen Order about it. They showed off the new legend coming to it, Watson, and, showed off just new stuff, new Season 2 content, the Battle Pass, and there was talk of map events that they might be doing. So, we'll see how that is. Maybe it's like Fortnite, maybe not. We'll see.
Apex Legends, it was really popular when it came out.
I should really jump back into Apex Legends. It's been a while since I played it.
So they're going to have to do something to win everybody back.
Yeah.
Because, the game just not new stuff introducing. Unlike, I'm going to have to admit this, unlike Fortnite.
Skip.
Season 1 of Apex Legends.
Skip.
They're probably also going to show off some Sims 4, maybe a new expansion pass. Maybe.
They did show off the new expansion pack, Island Living. I think it just released, and you live on an island. That's literally, that's what it is, okay? It wasn't new revolutionary. It was, you live on an island. That's great.
Maybe they just announced Sims 5,
They didn't announce Sims 5.
I don't feel like
that didn't happen. I don't think they're ever going to do that.
But
at least for a long
we can only
time.
Dream, but they're probably going to show off an expansion pack for Sims 4. There might be, and I'm really hoping for this, a Plants vs. Zombies.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Max, younger Max, that did not happen. All right, no, there was no Plants vs. Zombies talk. There was no Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare 3. You can just dash your hopes right there. There was nothing. It was lackluster. There was literally no new announcements. It was all stuff we already know, except for the new expansion pack.
Garden Warfare
and Jedi Fallen Order.
The last game was in 2016.
Yeah,
so
you're gonna have to wait longer, Max.
Because I really liked Garden Warfare. It was so much fun. So I'm really hoping we get a new one. But I don't have huge hopes for it. But if they do it, now would be the time. Because
I knew they wouldn't talk about it. I just knew.
So,
deep down.
Hopefully. There's also probably going to be some Need for Speed, you know.
There was really no Need for Speed content either. There wasn't even Need for Speed there. I don't even think they announced a Need for Speed. So, no, there was no Need for Speed. There is no Need for Speed. Nope. Sorry about that.
Need for Speed, you can't have
dash your hopes there.
Why
do I have a watermark?
And then, of course, all the sports games. All right, we're going to get Madden.
Yes, the two sports games that we're focused on were Madden and FIFA. There really wasn't any EA Play spot for NHL or NBA Live, at least at the event itself. There was a Madden 20 and a FIFA 20 spot set up that you could go and stand in line and play. Of course, I didn't stand in line and play. But if you wanted to, you could.
Madden, NHL, NBA Live, than if we do, because EA without those sports games happened with the EA one on June 8th. Second
so
press
that was EA.
And the biggie, Microsoft.
Xbox is really good.
They're second. They are June 9th, like midday, and they've got a lot to show off. All right, they said that they have 14 first-party games being.
They did not disappoint. 14. They showed off a lot of games.
That is a lot. That is a lot of first-party games.
It was a lot
makes
to keep
sense.
track
They
of.
bought a lot of studios
last
year, you know, and they announced that was the majority of the press conference. So, you know, it's kind of cool. You know, we're going to see a lot of games from them, and they're getting ready.
Which they did announce another purchase of a game company. They announced Double Fine production being bought, so that was exciting that they added another game company to their library. I was surprised it was Double Fine, but, you know, it was, so, you know, can't go wrong with that.
Gearing up for the next generation. But one of those 14 is definitely going to be Halo Infinite. There's no reason it won't.
Yes, they showed off Halo Infinite, and they said that it was going to be a launch title for Project Scarlet. We got a little bit more of a teaser. We didn't really get any gameplay, but we got a little bit more of a story teaser, so that's interesting. I'm intrigued. You know, a launch title for Project Scarlet, that's just great. I'm so excited. Console launching with Halo, like,
definitely
of course.
Show off some more Halo Infinite. Another one is definitely going to be Gears 5.
Yes, they did show off Gears 5. It was really a weird ad with Billie Eilish, and I don't really understand it. But, you know, they showed off the new, like, multiplayer mode, too. They had that on display at their Xbox experience. So, yeah, that was another one of the games they showed off, of course.
I don't understand why they wouldn't do that. There's probably going to be a new Forza also.
There was no new Forza. There was just Forza DLC, the Lego Champions DLC. So, you know, that's nice. There was no new Forza, though. It was just DLC for Forza Horizon 4. So, I mean, I was close because Lego Champions is kind of like a new, because, like, it turns you all Lego, so it's kind of new. They had a car, of course. It was built out of Legos this time. So
that's 3 right there. If there's not a new Forza, then I don't.
It was DLC.
I'm feeling okay.
It was DLC.
Then here comes the speculation. There might be some Battletoads. You know, they announced Battletoads.
Yes, there was Battletoads. They showed off Battletoads. It looks like Battletoads, but nowadays. So, yeah, I don't know what more to say about that.
Last year, a new remake of Battletoads. They just was a short little trailer. I'm assuming they'll show some more this year. Hopefully they will. So that's 4 of the 14. Playground Games apparently is working on a new project. 2 years ago,
we did not see Playground Games' new project whatsoever. I'm really hoping it's a fable, but we did not see any information, nothing, literally nothing about it. So
open up a new
there goes
studio
your dreams. I'm sorry.
To focus on a new project separate from Forza Horizon.
No, I'm sorry, they didn't talk about it.
So hopefully we'll get some news about that. There's speculation that it may be Fable.
No,
you know, if
it didn't happen.
Fable, I really love Fable, and I feel bad that Lionhead Studios isn't making it because they got closed down.
Feel bad, but they didn't announce it.
I'm fine. Playground Games has not.
Not
proven themselves wrong yet because you know Forza Horizon's a pretty great game.
I'm sorry, Max.
So hopefully we'll get some Fable or something. We'll probably get some news about Playground Games.
No, I'm sorry.
Project. We'll just have to wait and see about that one because you know we don't know. And then
Yep.
a lot of the games I just don't know. I don't know what they'd show. You know, we might get some Sea of Thieves news. You know,
did we get Sea of Thieves? I don't really think they talked about Sea of Thieves, really. No, they really didn't. That's weird. They really didn't talk about it at all. You'd think they would, but they didn't. So
I mean, if there's still have faith in that, maybe some crack.
I think they have faith in that, but
I just
they didn't really talk about it.
I don't know. There's a lot of speculation. I just don't know. I don't know what they're gonna show off. You know, I'm excited. They bought all these studios, so I'm excited to see.
There were a lot of games shown off, but I can't remember them all.
I cannot wait. They'll also probably talk about Project xCloud a little bit. Now, Project xCloud.
Yes, they did talk about Project xCloud. They talked about it a little bit. You know, they had a stand set up at Xbox Experience as well. That they just talked about it and said that it was good and said that, you know, it's coming and a lot of technical stuff that I just don't know. But yeah, they talked about it. Project xCloud a lot.
Streaming, you know.
Yeah.
Xbox.
It sounds cool.
Streaming cloud thing that they're making. They're probably going to talk about that a little bit. You know, I feel like that's going to be a big part of next generation with companies signing on for it. They might. Now, I don't see this as a big possibility, but they might announce the next Xbox.
Which they did. Well, they didn't show off the next Xbox, like what it looks like, but they showed a little trailer of Project Scarlet. So yes, we know it's in the works. We know it's coming. We know it's coming next year. We know a little bit about the specs. So yes, they did announce it, but they did not announce what it looks like or if its official name's actually Project Scarlet. So there you go. But yes, they did.
They're definitely going to talk
about it.
Right? They're definitely going to talk a little about the specs because Sony's been talking about the specs for PlayStation 5. So they're definitely going to talk about the specs a little bit. But I don't know if they'll announce the new Xbox. They announce it now, get people excited for it now, get pre-orders locked.
They did.
Because I'm assuming Sony's not announcing theirs. They might announce them this year. So I don't see that as a big possibility.
Yeah, but it happened.
At least see them talking about it a little bit.
It happened.
But if they do announce it, it'd be great to
happened.
get ahead of the game. It'd be a great marketing strategy. But I don't hold out hope for that.
They got ahead of the game.
Xbox Game Pass for PC is probably going to be talked about.
Yep, they talked about it, and it launched in beta that day. They launched Game Pass Ultimate, and Game Pass Ultimate includes Game Pass for PC, Game Pass for Xbox, and Xbox Live Gold. So for $15 a month, you can't go wrong with that. And yes, it's in beta now, the PC version, and it works pretty well. So they definitely,
They announced it a little bit, like a couple days ago. I'm assuming they're going to talk about it a little bit. Maybe.
And it's pretty cool.
Launch date right then and there. That'd be cool.
They did do that. Well, a beta. So not really a launch date, but a beta.
Or Xbox Game Pass current Ultimate, maybe. I don't know. They're probably going to spend a lot of time, too, on Xbox Game Pass talking about games that are coming to Xbox Game Pass.
They really didn't.
Some big announcements, some big games.
They really didn't talk about Game Pass much. They just said that Game Pass for PC is coming and that Game Pass Ultimate includes it. That was the big focus. Of course, all the first-party games are coming to Game Pass at launch. That's a thing. Everybody knows that's happening. So, that happened. But other than that, Game Pass wasn't a big focus.
E3 is probably where they're going to announce some
They just announced all the first parties, of course, are coming.
And I probably feel like CD Projekt Red might join them because
Yes, they did, and they brought Keanu Reeves. All right, they won right there. They brought Keanu Reeves. So, you can't go wrong there.
CD Projekt Red showed off Cyberpunk
2077 was a big focus of the Xbox.
And they said that this is a big E3 for them, so they might be tacking on a micro, which is a whole thing altogether. But if they don't, I see them hanging on to Microsoft.
All right, Bethesda's next. Let's see.
Press conference the same day, but just later in the day.
Bethesda was weird.
They're in some hot water right now with
some
plans based on Fallout 76 and all that controversy and stuff. So they're going to have to really redeem themselves this year. We'll have to see what they do.
Yeah.
But I'm assuming we're going to see a lot of gameplay trailers. I'm assuming we're going to see gameplay trailers for Wolfenstein Youngblood and Cyberpilot. Youngblood is the spin-off for Wolfenstein starring
we got more information on those
children. And then
I don't know if we got release dates, but we got more information on those titles themselves.
As well as Doom Eternal gameplay.
Yes,
because,
a big focus of their press conference was Doom Eternal since that is coming out. They showed off Doom Eternal, showed off some campaign footage. So, yeah, if you're excited for Doom Eternal, there you go.
Their next big release, so they're going to want to show that off, get people excited, hyped up, and want to go kill some demons.
They really did.
I'm assuming we're also going to learn some stuff about Rage 2's new expansion, Rise of...
Yes, we learned that there's going to be a mech coming to Rage 2 that you'll be able to drive around in, so that's pretty cool. If you really wanted to drive around in a mech, you'll be able to in Rage 2. That was the big
Ghost
focus for Rage 2.
Talk about Rage 2 came out a couple weeks ago to lukewarm reception. Nobody's saying it's amazing.
Yeah, I've tried it out at E3. The mech, it was pretty fun.
Oh my god,
it was pretty fun.
Nobody's saying that. Nobody. I'm assuming they're going to talk about what's coming to it because they got it at this point. It's been a couple weeks. You gotta tell them what they're paying for the season passes. And then Fallout 76 is probably gonna get some new content.
They announced something surprising for Fallout 76. They announced that NPCs are coming back. So they're definitely doing like a more, they said it's always in the cards, but I don't believe that. They're sort of doing a more like Elder Scrolls Online kind of one Tamriel kind of thing. Reinventing it with NPCs now. So and a battle royale, of course. You can't do a battle royale. You can't have it. You have to have a battle royale nowadays.
I feel like they're gonna try to make it good. Make it Bethesda quality. Maybe like an entire revamp, like Elder Scrolls Online.
That's sort of what they're doing.
I
with
could see
NPCs.
that happen. So we'll probably get some Fallout 76 content as well as Elder Scrolls Blades content. Maybe even an official release.
It's coming to Switch.
It's technically still in
That's what
beta,
we got. It's coming to Switch.
A lot of people have it on their phones. But
and a
I'm
dragon
assuming they'll
storyline.
Talk about it a little bit. Show it off. Maybe get people more excited than we currently are because we could care less.
Yeah, exactly.
They'll also probably talk about Elder Scrolls Online and Legends. They're gonna talk
they
about
showed off
Elder Scrolls
Elsewhere
stuff.
And I think they talked about Legends a little bit, maybe.
Starfield and Elder Scrolls 6, they already said are not going to appear.
Yep, they were not talked about at all.
But
They completely just glossed right over them.
They could surprise us. You know, they could be bringing one of those in for a showstopper. I don't see them doing that. You know, I feel like
Todd Howard did not do that
this year. Maybe show off Starfield next year, because I feel like Starfield and Elder Scrolls 6 are not going to come out anytime soon.
They also talked about
another thing that's highly unlikely that I've seen people hoping for is a Wolfenstein 3 announcement.
They didn't do that.
They're not going to announce Wolfenstein 3. Oh, they've got Wolfenstein Youngblood and Cyberpunk coming out. They're just not going to announce Wolfenstein 3.
No, they're not going to.
That'd be dumb marketing. That'd be a dumb idea. They're not going to do that. But they have done dumber things, and they have announced games way before the release date.
Yeah,
so they might, but I feel like they won't. They might just say they're working on it. I don't feel like we'll get a definite.
Yeah, they didn't do that.
A definite, announcement. Next up for press conferences
Ubisoft is interesting.
June 10th, and I'm assuming it's going to open right away with Just Dance. Right?
It didn't. They waited. It did not open right up at Just Dance. I forget what it opened up with, but Just Dance was a little bit later. So, it wasn't a dance party right away. It was a dance party a bit later.
There's going to be dancing. There's going to be people getting out of their seats, hyping up.
Why would I do this? Why did I do that? What's happening?
It's going to be great, all the time, every year. They think that we're super excited for Just Dance.
Yeah,
so
they showed it off a little bit later, but they still showed it off.
Go into talking about. Well, they're gonna announce Watch Dogs 3. They're
definitely gonna Watch Dogs Legion. It looked amazing. All right, you'll be able to play as every single NPC. I am excited for it. That was another focus of the Ubisoft press conference, and it was really intriguing. And I cannot wait for that. I'm excited to play it. I want to get my hands on it now.
It was just leaked. It's gonna be called Leisure.
Yeah, you literally can play as every single NPC, recruit them, and take control. And it's in Britain, and it's awesome.
Able to play as NPCs or something. I don't know what's happening, but I'm assuming they're gonna spend the time talking about
it's
that.
awesome.
Because the last one came out in 2016, so it's been a little while.
Yeah.
They'll probably also talk about Division 2 DLC a little bit.
Did they?
Because, Division 2 is
yes, they did, and it looks like we're going back to New York.
It's time for some DLC.
That's what it looks like. We're going back to New York.
As well as the new Ghost Recon game.
Yes.
That they announced.
Ghost Recon Breakpoint. The actor brought on a dog on stage.
I'm assuming.
They didn't really show off gameplay, though.
Maybe a Splinter Cell. I don't see a Splinter Cell. I don't see 3 Tom.
Nope, they didn't do Splinter Cell. What they did was a mobile game. A mobile game. And it's got Sam Fisher in it, plus it's like Tom Clancy's All-Stars or something. I don't even care. But oh my god. No Splinter Cell for you, but you get a mobile game.
Clancy games at their press conference, but maybe they'll talk about Splinter Cell. They'll definitely talk about some Siege.
They talked more about they showed off Quarantine, which is their new co-op thing they're making.
Like a new map coming or something, but
I don't think they really showed off much Siege.
Look at how successful Siege is. It's like the top esport.
Just Rainbow Six Quarantine or something.
Applaud us.
It's like a co-op PvE thing that they're making.
And then dance. And then probably gonna show off some Skull and Bones. That's their pirate
They
game.
didn't. Skull and Bones was completely absent. What happened? Was it canceled? It was completely absent from the show. There's literally nothing about it. I'm worried it was canceled.
Kind of like Assassin's Creed without Assassins and the Creeds.
And there was no Assassin's Creed either.
Assassin's Creed 4, but you're just...
No Assassin's Creed, no Skull and Bones. Neither of them were present at the show.
But
I don't know what happened.
And maybe an Assassin's Creed announcement, but they said that they're skipping this year with Assassin's Creed, so not next year, but... Maybe.
Yeah, no, it didn't happen. Maybe. It didn't happen.
We'll have to just wait and see. So after Ubisoft is having a dance party on stage, we're going to get Square Enix.
Square Enix is I could care less.
Last year,
I could care less
their
about
press conference.
It was really dumb.
It existed.
I don't really care
but
about
it was a
JRPGs.
Horrible train wreck press conference.
So
I don't know what happened there, but it was just bad. So this year, they can only go up. It can only go up.
Yeah,
and I'm assuming most of the press conference is going to be focused on Marvel's.
Yes,
Avengers.
most of the press conference was about Avengers. We got gameplay. Well, not really gameplay, but CGI trailer with it looked like some kind of gameplay in there. It looks pretty cool. I'm excited for it. I'm going to be buying it. It looks. I want to see more. I want to see actual gameplay. Apparently, people got to see it behind closed doors, so I want to know more. But that was the main focus. That and Final Fantasy VII Remake were the main focus, and Final Fantasy VIII Remaster, and Final Fantasy. It was literally Final Fantasy everything.
The Avengers project they announced a couple of years ago that they haven't really shown off anything.
No, yeah, they showed that off.
I'm assuming that's going to be the focus. They talked about it since its announcement, but if they do, they'll and Final Fantasy VII. They might have some room for other things, but I feel like that's going to be the
Final Fantasy, Avengers. That was their press conference.
Maybe literally. Babylon's Fall, the Platinum Games new IP, and
Final
maybe
Fantasy.
Tomb Raider?
No, Final Fantasy.
I don't see Tomb Raider
And
as a
Avengers.
big possibility.
That was it.
I feel like
That was really
they finished that.
really
but
just it.
maybe.
No, didn't happen.
But again, I feel like the majority is going to be Marvel's Avengers and Final Fantasy VII.
You're right about that one, Max.
And then finally, now I say finally, you might be like, oh my god, you forgot PC Gaming Show
Yeah,
or
no, I didn't watch
Devolver
those.
Digital or the
Skip.
part of E3, the Nintendo Direct,
Nintendo's.
because they're still a big
I'm gonna say this right here. Nintendo definitely won E3. Nintendo's press conference was amazing. Okay, it was literally great. I loved every second of it. Well, maybe not every second, but most
giant
seconds.
booth on the show floor. There's
Most seconds of it,
one
I
of the
loved.
best booths. But it's gonna be June 11th. It's the last one, and they have a lot of stuff to talk about. All right, Nintendo has no shortage of stuff. You know, they used to
That's
with the
true.
Wii U, but the Nintendo Switch,
It's true.
they're doing pretty great. So I'm assuming they're gonna show off Luigi's Mansion 3.
Yep, they did show off Luigi's Mansion 3, the new Gooigi, which is like a co-op GUI thing, and it's like in a hotel, and they showed it off. I'm excited
of
for
course,
it.
Luigi's Mansion 3. I'm so excited for that. They're probably gonna talk about it. Bayonetta 3. They're probably gonna talk about that.
They didn't talk about
Maybe
Bayonetta
Metroid
3.
Prime 4, but
They didn't talk about Metroid Prime 4 either.
Development got restarted, so I don't know if
No,
they'll
they didn't
actually
talk about either
that,
of those.
But
They
maybe
were
they'll
absent from the
say,
show.
Oh, it's coming along. We're doing great. Look at this.
No.
Here's a new little small little trailer we put together with the new stuff. But they restarted all the development on that, so they might not have that.
They didn't
ready.
talk about it.
Pokemon Sword and Shield will definitely be talking
Yep,
about.
that was the
maybe.
big focus, Pokemon Sword and Shield, and the new Dynamax system, which makes your Pokemon really big. That was the biggest focus of their show, so.
Also some gameplay, maybe some Pokemon Sleep news too. Maybe
No
they're-
Pokemon
yeah,
Sleep.
that'd
I
be
don't know.
kinda-
We
I don't
haven't
understand
learned
Pokemon
anything
Sleep,
about
but,
that
you know,
yet.
Probably some Super Smash Bros. DLC
Oh, yes.
announcement.
Dragon Quest main character and Banjo frickin' Kazooie are coming to Smash. Great show opener and showstopper. They opened the show with Dragon Quest, and then they closed the show with Banjo frickin' Kazooie. Thank you, Nintendo. You are literally gods
You know, we gotta know who
at
the
this point.
fighter is. Animal Crossing is definitely gonna be
Yep,
there.
Animal Crossing New Horizon. Looks like you're on an abandoned island, and, it's Animal Crossing. But I'm excited for it. I really enjoy Animal Crossing. Can't wait to play it on the Switch, so there you go.
They got to talk about Animal Crossing.
Mhm.
You know, I can't wait.
We didn't really need to get a whole lot more info,
And
just that
maybe-
it's New Horizon and
this
it's
is just
on an
holding out
island
hope.
and,
Everybody's
stuff.
holding out hope. Everybody's holding out hope for this. Mother 3
It didn't happen.
coming to the U.S.
No, maybe next year.
Maybe. You know, Reggie
Just
leaves.
always next year.
You know, he makes a surprise appearance in Nintendo Direct,
No,
and he announces Mother 3.
there's always next year.
That'd be the best. Everyone would literally love that.
No, I'm sorry. That was it for the press conferences. All right, I was right. It looked like I was right for some things. A decent amount, but I was also wrong speculation for a couple other things. So yeah, maybe I'll try better next year. Next year's a new year. Maybe it'll be different. Maybe it'll be better. Maybe it'll be worse. I don't know. 2020 is gonna be a big year for gaming, so I'm excited. But yeah. With that, I hope you enjoyed. If you did, as always, please remember to drop a like, comment, subscribe, tell your friends, and all that fun stuff us YouTubers tell you guys to do. And with that, I hope to see you in the next video.